What is up, my sisters? Welcome back to Lord of Heroes. We are gonna be doing more of the heart story. We decided not to do the last stage of Rodon because we didn't know how long it was gonna take. But we're basically on the last stage. So I will hop into the Misare. There's only 5 more days left. I don't know if I'm gonna get to extreme, but I have plans. Hopefully, I think it's possible. I just gotta be at least 4 regions a day, and I should be fine. We'll see. Boss. That's why I don't think we'll be getting into War of Tyrants, sadly. At least I already beat it, though. And I recorded the pages. I need to stop yapping, sorry. Other people have it recorded, thank goodness. So, we're good for that. If you still want to check out the story, it's still up. Oh, these really appear to be the finest of Rodon's soldiers. It goes to show that Rodon's military does an excellent job with their training. Mikhail, flank the enemy and focus on attacking their commander. As you command. Mikhail, be careful, Mikhail. Lynn said to tell you not to get beat up too much. Somehow I've a feeling she said the opposite. Your Highness, the knight from before is up ahead. Zyra, this is our final standing ground. Make them feel the wrath of Rodon's orders of the Thorns. We will protect our country with our lives. That knight's connection with you has grown stronger, my liege. Oh, this is 12, right? Avalon. Zyra, is this the battlefield you chose? A knight does not choose her battlefield. She only follows orders. We are going to stop you. You should be able to choose. Are you pitying me right now? For what? Fulfilling my duty? No, I've never pitied anyone. I only said what is true. Who are you to talk about choice? You've some nerve. It's easy to talk when you can choose whatever you want, but some of us don't have that luxury. In Avalon, everyone has a choice, not just the nobles or the ruling class. What? I want the world you live in to be like that too. Yes! I want you to live in such a place. The world? That's some big talk. You have no idea what I've done up to now. Stop trying to undo the things I've accomplished. You know nothing about me. Maybe you're right. Oh, Zyra. Alright, up. I don't want to disrespect her. Just gotta live a little bit longer. I swear, Johan, if you blitz. Oh! I think she'll be fine. She'll be fine. Yeah, okay, we're good. I guess you can just go for this ult. I don't think she's gonna die for this, though. Never mind. It's over. Everything I've accomplished, everything I built up from nothing, it's all meaningless now. Those things have all come crumbling to the ground. It's true. I don't want to hear your mockery. Just kill me. No, it's time for you to watch. Watch this time as I bring the prison around you crumbling to the ground, together with its shackles and bars. What? All the suppression and discrimination you endured. All the scorn for the slaves and farmers, the values and systems, and the people that put them in place. Watch as it all comes crumbling down. What are you? The entire world you've been living in is about to going to crumble and fall. Keep your eyes wide open. You won't want to miss it. Oh, dang! Dang! So we meet again. Cromledios. Are you Evelyn's maniac? Charles Paul T-Rex 3. I didn't expect to see you here on the battlefield. I don't expect us to win. If Graham falls, Rodan falls with him. There's no reason for me to hide like a coward. Majesty. Graham, fight a battle fit for Rodan's finest knight. I will make you and Rodan proud. Thank you, my friend. Please, stay safe. It looks like you're Rodan's final bastion. Try to get through me. We're going to bring it all crashing down. Oh, wow. Thorn of the Blue Rose. This game is so amazing. I just love it so much. It's just so sad. But enough talk of that. We won't talk any further about it, sadly. I think we're fine. Don't worry. I think you can survive. Never mind. Nig. It's over now. You really did it. Do you have any regrets? How could I not? I regret everything. Oh, girl. The illogical systems, irrational discrimination, my own standards for judging people on their effectiveness. I guess it all deserved to come crashing down. I regret not being able to change any of it. I regret ignoring the ills of this country and turning away from those who were less fortunate. I regret my arrogance for thinking I was different, and the complacence that came from telling myself I was doing all I could. And I regret this reality in which I am a knight who couldn't protect his king. Oh. Crom, you died here today. The foolish, arrogant, disloyal, you died here today. I killed him. Now watch as your king receives an equally fitting death. Charles III. I admit you're strong. Evelyn is stronger than Rodan. And you, as a ruler, are greater than me. Oh, dang. Never thought we would hear him say that. I'm not going to disagree. If Rodan had been stronger, the tables would be turned. Avalon was simply stronger. Victory and defeat in battle is cold, unfeeling, and simple. I didn't expect my name to be the round out the list of Rodan's kings, or to be the final stop in the long 500-year history of our country. I imagine the history books will spare me no humiliation. It'll be remembered as the powerless evil tyrant who attempted to impassively expand his dominion and failed. But at least that powerless tyrant will go out with some amount of dignity. I can muster a guess as to when your tyranny started. What would you know about me? Everything came about from my choices, my decisions. Everything I did as king became a noose that wrapped tightly around my neck. The fall of Rodan was made all but certain 13 years ago when the late king passed away. I don't know about that. What I do is that it's time for you to take responsibility for all your actions from the moment you ascended the throne. What you should be feeling right now isn't defeat. You should be feeling sorry. You should be feeling motivated to change and should regret all the people, your people, that you harmed. The difference would it make? They've been defeated. I lost to you, to Babylon, and my country lost both its name and its history. What more embarrassment do you want to inflict upon a fellow nation's king? I have no intention of destroying Rodan. Its history will continue on, and it will grow better and stronger as a nation. You're saying you want to make Rodan a part of Avalon. You don't really need to explain that. I'm not so foolish as to misunderstand how these things work. This is different, much different. As a victor here, I'll say this. Rodon's tyrant of a king died here today. All rights he had as a king died along with him. What are you talking about? Did you stab me when I wasn't looking? You're going to start making reparations for the responsibilities you failed to fulfill. You cannot use death as an escape. The death I've spoken of will not be recorded, and you will not be gone nor forgotten. You cannot avoid this. You need to think long and hard about what your problems were, what you did wrong, and how you messed up. Think until it gets burned into your mind and heart. What is it that you want? We're going to lock you up in Avalon until you realize your faults on your own and are able to take responsibility for them. Knights, escort Charles III from here. You, that glint in your eye. How can you be so confident? Are you really human? I am a weak, foolish, cowardly human. There's no way you could be. No, then could it be conquered by someone like that? It's because I'm someone like that that I try to understand other people. Because I'm someone like that. Zyra, you really brought my world crumbling down. The world I live in, my achievements, even the subject of my loyalty. All of it, you're right. Why don't you look happy? Weren't you trying to hurt me? Didn't you want to make a mockery of me? So then why are you looking at me like that? You won't, didn't you? And why? Why am I happy about it? Why do I finally feel free? Because that really came crumbling down was your prison. The shackles that bound you. Nega! Why is my life so? What does my life even mean? Your quality and way of life can be drastically different depending on your environment. I want you and all the others who were oppressed to discover a new world. What difference would that make? All the difference. Do you think you can make such a world? It's a world I've been making up to now. Oh, Zyra, I'm sorry for coming here so late. Everything you went through, you might not have even known what was wrong. You didn't even realize how much anger you were holding on to, did you? Why do you talk like you know me? Why do you talk like you've read my mind? You're not alone anymore. Not now, and never again. Pram, take Zyra someplace she can rest. Leave it to me. If the dead could have a chance to ask something to the living, I would like to use it now. Ask away, Crom. I'm disappointed that there are thoughts running through my head right now. They're not about feeling responsible for my defeat or despair that I couldn't protect my king. They're, well, since you allowed it, I will ask boldly. I heard you spoke of the raid Zyra was holding on to. I did. I thought I was the one who was closest to her. But why did you see her raid and I didn't? You're the one who recommended Zyra become a knight, are you not? I am. She's strong and highly capable. You focus too much on her talents and capabilities. Have you ever wondered what she thinks or what drove her to train to be a knight? Oh, I was only impressed at how hard she trained. It may sound obvious, but everyone has their own thoughts and feelings. The roots of discrimination ran deep in Rodon. Even though she was able to rise up as a knight through her own efforts, the prejudice and scorn she constantly dealt with due to her origins weren't something she could get away from. I'm sure you tried to help. You no doubt helped her gain greater confidence and to build her up trust within the order. But that ultimately had the opposite effect. You were born into a highly esteemed family of nobles. The more you tried to protect her, the more you limited her chances to prove herself. It's not your fault, of course. Humans' envy and jealousy are uglier and more malicious than one can imagine. But what you focused on could never have brought you closer to her on a more personal level. What should I have done? What would you have done? I told Zyra that it wasn't her fault. I mean, that's what I would have told her. And I would have worked to change the environment around her, which was really the problem. Heh, but the more I talk, the more I realize I didn't do. Honestly, if I had been in your place, I might not have done anything different. I guess it's easy to say these things when we're looking back on the past. Perhaps it's not that you and I didn't do what we should have, but that we couldn't. But at the very least, I'd like to get to know others on a more personal level, to know their thoughts and feelings. Hold on. I'm like putting lotion on my hands because they hurt. There's something I want to ask of you, Crom. You have my attention. Your regrets and remorse. I want you to make amends for them by my side. Oh, it's a generous offer to a knight who failed to protect his king. I would ask for some time to think. Take as much time as you need. Thank you for your mercy. Rodon. The war is over, my liege. We have won. It's thanks to all of you. I'm proud of you, knights. It will still take some time for me to fully cleanse the dark energy from this place. It will gradually disperse on its own. We'll need to depart for our next destination soon. I see. You already have plans laid out. I'm not positive how things will turn out, though. I will help the other knights take care of things here. Sir Snyder, protect Lord Arrow. Leave it to me. I'll take care of anyone who comes near Snyder. Thanks. Just don't go swinging that weapon too wildly. In the previous timeline, Sierra from Gullus had brainwashed Charles III. She should have shown herself by now. I don't feel the same eerie gaze as I did last time. Did she go back to Gullus earlier than before? Charles III was different from last time too. A lot more has changed than I expected. I'll have to treat my experiences from before as mere references. Every decision is going to have to be made in that moment. I can't believe we actually conquered Rodon. It just goes to show how we can do anything with Highness by our side. Congratulations over against your Highness. You defeated the strongest nation in the West. However, there's now a great amount of organizational work that must be done. Thinking about it gives me a headache. I remember him saying that. I've got some ideas. Let's discuss them later. Yes, Your Highness. Immediately abolishing slavery and the serfdom ordinances may bring instability to the country's core. To counteract this, I will formulate a plan to liberate the weak and underprivileged, implement the bureaucratic changes you have suggested, and enact annual outside audits. I will report once I'm done. Thanks. If you could please take care of the woodlands development as well. We can enter it into a free trade agreement and share our farming technology, which will help their production greatly improve. Oh! How would you like to handle the inevitable backlash from Rodon's nobles? They won't give us trouble for a while, now that we've freed the personal armies they were amassing. They'll oppose the bureaucratic changes we're making, but once the shift to power is settled, they'll have to come around. It'll be in their best interest, which is what they're concerned about. Speaking of which, I planned on enacting some strict laws against bribery. Understood. Something about Your Highness seems different. You used to simply give all this sort of administration work to me. Seeing you help with it is, well, if I'm being honest, I'm still getting used to it. I just thought that deciding on the general direction of things together would make your job a little easier. Haha, thank you. I am touched by your consideration.
Zyra, the former vice captain from Rodon, has requested an audience alone with your highness.
Show her in.
Are you sure you'll be okay alone with her?
Don't worry, she won't do anything.
Understood.
Greetings, Monarch of Avalon. The teddy bear is back. Were you able to get some rest? Yes, thanks to your generous accommodations. I missed the teddy bear. Everything for you is probably still chaotic, but I hope your body and mind have at least been refreshed. I'm certain you and I had never met before this, so how can you speak as though you know me so well? And why did you show me kindness? It's not exactly something I'm used to. Certainly not from some other country's monarch who I've never met. It's confusing.
We knew each other in a previous life. It's something even I wouldn't believe if I were you, so I won't bother saying it.
From the first time we met in the woodlands, I felt an indescribable closeness to you. It's not because you were kind to me, nor am I saying this in the hope of saving myself.
Maybe this is the bond that Baleen spoke of.
I don't really know what you're referring to. What I do know is, as someone who's had to fight hard her entire life, the feeling I felt was strange and unfamiliar.
As a monarch, I rely heavily on reason and good judgment when interacting with others. But I'm still a person, and there's a part of me that feels more complete when I interact with certain people. You're one of them. I understand if none of this makes sense or is confusing, but I made a decision to help you live the life you want. To help you break free of your shackles and take control of your life.
You mean you're going to give me a second chance?
Yes.
Is it because I'm useful? No, not that word.
Useful? I suppose the role of a monarch is to use the right people in the right places to bring about the best results possible. But that's just a role, and I'm not one to judge people by their efficiency.
By which you mean?
I'm giving you a second chance because you have the ability to choose for yourself. You can become a Knight of Avalon, or you can leave this behind and live somewhere in peace. If you do leave, you'll be able to figure out whatever it is you want to do. You're now allowed and able to do that.
I was born in the lowest class of society, and all that I really received growing up was persecution. Even after I became a knight, there were a lot of people who belittled me, who hated me for no real reason. I always thought I just had to deal with it. It was all I'd known. I knew it was wrong, but never thought it could change. I assumed I had to live with it forever.
When it's something that ingrained, it's hard to even picture a better world, left alone, and hope for one.
You said there was a different world out there. Avalon is completely different from where I lived my whole life. How is it different?
A lot of people came together and worked hard to make it that way. It took a long time for people to realize that every person is different, and that it's a good thing.
Do you think I can become like that too? Of course!
Change doesn't happen in an instant. It requires patience and the tenacity to keep going when things get tough or discouraging. Everything will feel awkward, uncomfortable, and confusing. You'll question yourself 1,000 times. That's just what happens when you try to change something you lived with your entire life. But don't give up. Never give up. Just move it in the right direction a little bit at a time. Soon enough, you'll look back and realize you're a much different person.
Your Highness, you said I'm allowed to choose for myself, right? Can I make the first decision of my new life right now? Yes, yes!
Of course. You don't need anyone's permission but your own.
I want to serve as one of your knights. I want to stand by your side and protect you. And I want to change.
Decisions determine destiny. Yours have already begun to be fulfilled. Lady Zyra, I hereby declare you a Knight of Avalon.
Thank you. From this moment forward, I pledge my life to you. My loyalty will never waver.
In case you're wondering about Crom, he will need more time to make his own decision. I wouldn't worry about what will happen to him, though.
Thank you.
I have a feeling he's blaming himself right now for not seeing you more fully for who you are. You might want to have a talk with him when you can. It is up to you, Lady Zyra.
I understand.
The little teddy bear.
Thank you, Your Highness.
I love how it moves around. I love that it's not stiff, but that it actually moves around like it has a mind of its own. It's so cute. Mic on. Wow, that stage took 25 minutes. That's why I ended it extremely late at night. I didn't think I could complete any more. Let's see if we missed anything. I don't think we did. I think I covered it, but you never know. They never said anything about. Well, they did say about going to the next region, but we'll see. We'll see. My fingers are getting tired. Specifically my wrist. Oh my god, there's so much. Should I print all this? It should be after this if there is something at the end. We're getting there. We're getting there. Nothing! Well, that was for nothing. Well, at least now we know. So we can have our minds at ease. Next is Lumisade. 3, 1. Ah! We didn't read it! We didn't read the thing! I almost forgot! The time for change has come. There, we're done. 3, 1.
これは忘れちゃいけないよな。ロードのご命令を遂行いたします。平和を己の務めを果たします。
What about Lion?
平和を守ってみせます。
命だ。よし。
了解。
What about Fire Sniper? I do, I have melee, but not someone else. Oh wait, we already have a sniper in it. Why do I need a sniper?
俺がいないからって寂しがんなよ。
Maybe I should put in Vanessa. We haven't had Vanessa in here after a while. And then, why not Snyder? My beloved Snyder.
お任せください。
So cute.
準備完了です。シュナイダー。
There we go. Now I'll see him every time. I'm gonna drink some water real quick. Oh, Olivia.
Yep.
It's so cold.
It's way colder than I thought.
Do you want to wear my coat?
Oh, thank you. Are you cold?
I was stationed here in the Celtin Mountains for 4 years. I'm used to it.
Then why is your lower lip quivering?
I must have low blood sugar. He's pretending. Nice save.
Totally. Drones from Lumi's Lemisade will be patrolling up ahead. If they activate the alarm system, they will soon be crawling with soldiers. So if we wreck them all before they do that, we're good, right? Well, yes, I suppose so. Lemisade is facing the same problems as before, but the pureblood seizing power. Basilica's call for help was also basically the same. Ghost's involvement must also be the same. Highness, you okay? Not too cold? Yeah, I'm okay. This cloak automatically regulates my body temperature. I remember that. They also mentioned that is about his cloak and warp tyrants, if I'm correct. Good to hear. Don't want you catching a cold. I'll be okay. Lady Zyra, what about you? Zyra! Oh, yes, I'm okay. I don't get cold easily. Thank you for asking, Sir Johan. Pushing yourself too hard at this temperature could be dangerous. If you start to feel unwell, please say something immediately. Oh, sure. Understood. Thank you. I hope Zyra and the Knights become more comfortable with each other soon. I think out of everyone in Lumisade, Lucilica was my favorite. She's just so cool. For Nibelheim, it would definitely be Snyder. I absolutely love Snyder. He's my son. For Avalon, that's hard. It would either be Johan or Arya. No, wait, I like Lynn and Charlotte too. Okay, I can't pick with Avalon. Arya. It would have to be either Layray or Lion would be my favorite. No, I meant to do the skill! Ah, whatever. You know, you probably should know who's my favorite for Rodot. It would be Zyra. What else? What else? What else? Verdakian? Definitely Aslan. Definitely Aslan. Isola. Rosanna. Yep, Rosanna definitely. What else? Well, only playable character I think we know is Lumi in Lunaris. So I guess it would just have to be Lumi. Ghost West. I don't remember which one goes west or goes east, but it would have to be Joshua and 9 for one of those two. I kind of count Gullus, both Gulluses to be a whole. Luckily, everything has gone smoothly so far. Oh, but I also love Vanessa too. Tonally, I have a question. Sure, ask anything you'd like. Did the first Archmage start behaving differently all of a sudden? Why, yes, he did. He had always led and taught the elves to value harmony and unity. I don't really understand how he could have changed so drastically. The only things that could change a person's values so quickly are either some huge event or an outsider factor. Has the first Archmage been involved in any incidents? Oh, I don't really know. None that I know of. Understood. Let's keep moving forward. There's a good chance the first Archmage had a spell cast on him again. I wonder if there's an easy way to undo brainwashing. Really? I don't think I can pick anyone for Avalon. Well, Snyder's part of Avalon, so I guess it would be Snyder. But I think of him more for Nibelheim. Because I gotta pick someone from Nibelheim. For War of Tyrants, it's definitely Sifrid. But I also really love Ondel too.
Events in the Misare are largely the same as before, down to Basilica's request for help. Ghost has been meddling here again, but my top two most absolute favorites is definitely Snyder and Suffered. Did I read this? Yes, I did.
私が向かいましょう。
I don't know what would be my top third favorite though.
Yep.
I know my top two, but the rest is so hard. I'd say maybe Arya or Johan or Liz or Charlotte or Zyra or Miko or see, I can't pick. I just love them all so much.
Hey, Mr. Connolly, where's the second Archmage anyway? Up until I left, she was detained at the base in Cullen. If nothing in particular has happened, we should still be able to find her there. I see. Are you close with her, Mr. Connolly? Close might not be the word for it. She's someone I follow with complete trust. I respect her greatly and have much to learn from her. Also, I'm not old enough to be called Mister. Oh, what sort of things do you want to learn from her? She never hesitates to act, and is bold when making decisions. Everyone trusts her because her judgment is sound. Of all the elves in Lumisale, she is exceptionally driven.
She sounds kind of like Charlotte.
You think so? I feel kind of weird hearing about her, though. I hope her decision to ask Avalon for help will prove to be another example of her sound judgment.
So do I. I think Ian would be my favorite out of all the Mir characters we met. I find him kind of funny, the way he acts. But I also love Yol. And then for Record of Camelot? Honestly, I don't know. I don't think I have a favorite for Record of Camelot. I don't know. Maybe Ruin?
切るときは切る。素敵な服を仕立て上げるには必要です。
For Cardis's record, it's definitely young Cardis.
力を貸してください。私が
And then for NPCs, I really like Abram in Cardis's record. And then I love Tonali in Lumisade. I love Jack in Rodan, he's so funny. And I think in one of War of Tyrants we met that captain guy that was when Walfer was young and he was the captain. And he knew Helga. There's that one guy with the helmet but showed half his lower part of his face. I think I liked him too.
Great work, everyone. The second Archmage forces should be on duty protecting the border around here, but I don't see them.
Could they have been dispatched to a different location?
Well, the purebloods pushed us to the borders after they overtook the nation's center, so the Archmage forces should be here. I hope they didn't run into any trouble.
Connolly, who knows you were sent to deliver us a message?
The second Archmage, 2 or 3 secretaries, a couple captains in our regiment. That's about it. They're all very loyal, so I can't imagine there was a leak.
I hope there wasn't, but we have to consider the possibility of a trap.
I will protect your highness from anyone who tries to surprise us. Lady Zyra's so dependable.
You think so?
When we met as enemies, though, I was super scared of you.
Yeah, she wasn't playing around.
I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to be sorry. I wasn't looking for an apology. Anyway, we're on the same side now, right? I'll be holding the front line, so you make sure and keep Highness safe. I'm sure he'll be fine with you at his side.
I will protect His Highness with my life. Lady Zyra, may I train with you later? I was impressed by how well you wield such a heavy weapon. I want to learn if you have any tips. And I was impressed by your courage, Sir Snyder. I would be happy to train with you.
Heh, watching everyone like this, I can't help but feel a sense of pride. Is he some sort of parrot or something? 3-3. Oh.
平和な戦慄のために
3, 2. This time you know exactly what needs to be done to reverse the L's brainwashing. Assuming the solution is the same as before, freeing Laflay's mind is the key. 3-3.
音楽が必要な時ですね
I gotta use my Snyder's ult. I must.
So cute. He did it. Let's go. I kind of want to see Vanessa's ult again. We haven't seen it in a while.
皆さんのための演奏をどうか聞いてくださいこの気持ちが響きますように
There we go. Okay, now let's kill him. We should try using Layray next. I want to use Durahan too, but I don't have a single Durahan built. Regretfully.
Mikao, tell us about when you were living in Lumisade.
What do you want to know?
Did you have a lot of friends when you were stationed here as a ranger?
I had a few. Conditions were rough, which brought us together. There was one guy named Rowley. He was a great cook. He used to make food for us all the time.
Oh, do you think you'll run into any of your friends here?
I don't know. They might have been stationed somewhere else. It's been hard to keep in touch since I came to Avalon. I hope we don't meet as enemies.
Oh, that's true. With the whole pureblood thing and all. But, I mean, if they were friends with you, there's no way they would be part of something like the purebloods.
I hope so.
If your friends had stayed on as a ranger out here in the mountains, then they definitely did not join the purebloods. Most of that movement came from units around the Arcane Towers.
It was likely only the people who heard the first Archmage's speech, as it was broadcast directly from the Arcane Tower.
Oh, that would make sense. All of us who were unaffected were out working at the time of the speech, far away from the tower. Thank you for the sharp observation. You've given me something to consider.
Most of Rangers' duties take them out away from the capital, so my friends should be safe.
Once we're done with things here in Lumisade, you should try looking for your friends. I'm curious to see them too.
Heh, why are you so curious?
I want to know if they say something poetic when they do cool attacks too.
What
are you embarrassed about? It's so cool when you do it. Darkness that shares through the moonlight.
All right, Charlotte, that's enough. Mikael's going to defect at this rate. Poor Mikael.
Oh, hostile Elven Guard, oh no.
Just what are humans doing in Lumisade? May a curse fall upon you!
None of our elf gods would curse someone for such petty reasons. Have you forgotten about harmony and unity?
You traitor! What are you doing, leading humans around our land?
We are here to stop this pointless hate. When did elves start to reject those who are different?
Don't be a fool! Elvenland is for elves, elves alone!
They're not listening to reason. What's made them so blind?
Maybe there's something that amplified traces of feelings that were always there. Oh, always there. Okay, we're still recording. It really sucks if all of a sudden I find out I'm not recording and I'm like, for how long? I did so much.
ぎこちなく見えるところは切り抜いていい感じに縫い付けて完璧に仕立て上げます。
The Citadel of Avalon? Eh? Here are the tax reports for the region of Troge. I've marked with parts that seem suspicious. Please take a look. Jorah's helping. He found help.
Are you all out of your minds?
I finished 3 espressos today, and I think I'm still sane.
How can you force me to handle the post-war administrative work for Rodon?
Well, our administrative officers are all busy devising a new political system for the country. And you know Rodon's records better than anyone. This way is most effective, is it not?
Judge, who do you think I am? Why do I have to help the ones who destroyed my country? You think I'm just sort of effective tool?
Rodon was not destroyed. Its leader simply changed.
That's what I said. My country was destroyed. I was the rightful ruler and king of Rodon.
You may have inherited the throne, it is true, but your governance was not just to the majority of your people. His Highness respects the history and culture of Rodon. However, there were a few corrupt practices that needed abolishing, that is all.
To you, they might have been corrupt practices, but to us, they were traditions.
Indeed, and now you are experiencing one of those traditions firsthand, are you not?
Yes.
Traditions are not all created equally. There is absolutely no reason to protect or respect a corrupt practice that forces others to lose their humanity, even if you try to package it as a tradition. How would you have felt if there was a tradition that demanded members of the Rodon royal family only ever sleep in the horses' stables, eat watery soup as their only meal each day, and risk their lives in a coliseum twice a month for the entertainment of strangers? Oh, is he talking about the Tango warriors? Or what if there was a tradition in which anyone could commit any amount of verbal or physical abuse towards the royal family and not be punished? I remember them saying that they put the Tango warriors in a coliseum to kill. How would you have felt if you had to endure such hardships for the simple reason that you were born into the royal family?
Stop spouting nonsense.
That's right, it's nonsense. Do you generally believe that having to endure such nonsense simply because of the family into which one was born is really a good tradition?
Stop trying to change my mind. Don't talk to me like I'm a child.
Mistakes should be reflected upon and fixed. Don't you agree? One of the corrupt practices you held on to so dearly was illogically judging a person's entire value according to the class in which they were born, regardless of their lives, their thoughts, or their dreams.
This is not how I want my life to continue. As someone who used to sit on the throne, I deserve a noble death.
The slaves of Rodon were given no say in how they lived or died. You may not be a slave, but you are a prisoner. You should think objectively about your current state.
Gah, you're really arrogant, aren't you? And if someone in Rodon had spoken to me like you have, I would have had them immediately beheaded.
If any of your servants had been brave enough to speak like this to a king dreaming of becoming a tyrant, perhaps things would never have come to this. Or maybe Previous night, Captain Cromletios did speak like this. Speaking of whom, he was actually quite a rare type of individual with one rode on. He judged others on their ability and didn't care about social status. Of course, that doesn't mean he ever completely rejected the caste system. His value system was not based in morality or virtue. It was closer to an extreme sort of efficiencyism. Still, it promoted no social prejudice, which is why I believe he'll be able to undergo more positive changes.
Kuram, where's Kuram?
He is also a prisoner, although you should really worry more about yourself. Your pride, your your privilege, you will need to let all of them go.
This little lie. You've taken everything from me.
Oh my, I'm afraid we have chatted for too long. Please let us go back to our duties. Oh my gosh. I don't think we have to worry about missing scenes anymore. They're even showing stuff in Avalon now. We will still check at the end, at least.
The hostility that pure bloods feel towards other races is even greater than you expected. Such an extreme change in mindset is still disturbing to witness. Being able to influence people's minds so drastically is extremely dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Time is up. 4:19. No, the silica! It is the one I mostly use, the fire one. Fury Dignitary, Lucilica.
Outsiders, how did they get all this way?
Oh, I just made Lucilica.
Finally, what are you doing over there?
Even Lucilica looks different from her other self. Is she a completely different person with a different life?
Now that you mention it, I remember sending you on a mission. Why did I do that?
She seems to be confused. Oh no.
Odds made Lucilica. Are you on the right? Erg, Tonally, it's dangerous to stand by those intruders. Wait, did you capture them?
No, these are the ones you... I think there's something wrong with you.
What is this, Tonally? Did you lead us into a trap?
No, I swear on my life that is not what this is. I think something happened to Lucilica while I was away.
She must have been brainwashed.
What?
I don't think the effect was fully settled yet, seeing how she's doubting herself. A little jolt should be enough to bring her to her senses.
A little jolt?
You mean we gotta whack her upside down? Upside the head, right? Got it.
Oh no.
I mostly use Lucilica. Fire Lucilica. She's a striker for this one. What's Dark Lucilica? Was she a warrior? I don't know. We would have to check. We'll use Lion's ult for this one, but let her survive. We will never disrespect Lucilica. Okay. Now. Nick, you're strong. Second Archmage, get a hold of yourself.
Did you not request Avalon's aid?
I'm a bit dizzy.
Archmage Silica, are you yourself again?
I started to have impulses that were against my will. I thought I needed to exterminate you invaders.
There was a curse cast on your mind, something different from a normal spell.
A curse? Oh my. You know what? First things first. I'm sorry. I committed a terrible offense against you. I have no excuse. No, it's okay.
It happens. Are you injured? Uninjured?
Yes, thanks to your holding back.
Lucilica, I was terribly worried.
Family, you did great. I knew you would pull this off.
I knew I'd pull it off too. But I had no idea you'd end up like this.
I guess it just comes down to the fact that I wasn't strong enough.
Yeah, I can't describe the anxiety I felt. I honestly thought I was going to lose my job.
Do you think that's really the issue right now?
You seem defeated, so I thought I'd lighten the mood with a joke. You can stop pointing your gun at me now.
You oaf.
That was pretty funny. Still, it's a good thing you have an officer who can deliver when it comes down to the wire. Tonelli's the best. Without Tonelli, we may have been too late.
I have to agree with that. You did excellent work, Tonelli.
I did nothing more than bring them here. Thank you for enduring all this time, Archmage.
I'm glad you all finally made it. Allow me to formidably introduce myself.
Oh, formally.
I am the Archmage of the Second Tower of Lumisade, Lucidica Leia.
I can't pronounce it, I'm sorry. The name's Arrow, Monarch of Avalon. We came here upon your request.
You feel oddly familiar. Have we met somewhere before?
Maybe.
Anyway, thank you for coming. It wasn't an easy request that I made. I promise to reward Avalon as handsomely as I can.
We can talk about that later. For now, we should probably get moving. Oh my gosh. The way she just dances with it and then hugs it is adorable. I'm still recording, right? Yes. I'm so glad it's easy to understand when I'm going next. It just brings me to the next stage where I'm supposed to be on. Because my memory is so bad. You have no idea how bad it is. Normal viewers that watch me know how bad it is. I will forget things in a matter of seconds. This is the area where the second Archmage agreed to meet. Will Lucilica have changed too? Oh.
癒しの旋律を奏でましょう。
So the concern you expressed in your message boils down to the elves huddling in this corner of the world and cutting themselves off from everyone. Is that right?
Yes, that's the essence of it. As the first Archmage's vision becomes a reality, we elves will slowly become distant from the world. I don't think rejecting change and fencing ourselves in with purism is the right thing to do.
I feel the same way. The future that waits for such people is not a particularly kind one.
It sounds like we're seeing eye to eye on this.
We've seen eye to eye on a lot of things. Your personality's similar too.
Similar to who?
The Lucilica from my previous life.
That's an odd joke to make.
Sorry, forget about it.
You always try to keep such a sense of humor in every situation. If I were to respond to such a joke, I suppose I would say that I don't like being compared to anyone else, even to me from a past life. Everyone has their own individual value.
You're right. I apologize for the indiscretion.
Your punishment is to come up with a better joke next time.
Eh? Such a light punishment, but hard to do. I'm gonna mute my mic for. You know, I didn't expect the one who requested us to come to get brainwashed.
Brainwashed, that really may have been it. My memory is a bit foggy.
What happened after you sent out Tonali?
I was summoned by the council. They said it was something related to the arcane tower, so I couldn't refuse. The meeting was with all members of the council and all the archmages. There was some discussion back and forth, and I can't remember the specifics. Afterwards, the rotation of border guards changed. The first archmage's forces switched assignments with mine, and I was left here alone.
They might have called in anyone who wasn't brainwashed and worked their magic on them, literally.
You seem to be sure about this brainwashing.
Was there some other reason for the change in your forces assignments?
I think I remember something about a threat from the outside.
Perhaps they heard that we conquered the woodlands of Rodon.
Come again, you conquered Rodon?
Only recently. We're in the middle of abolishing slavery there and trying to reduce tension between the social classes. She's so shocked.
You're not setting your sights next on Lumisade, are you?
No, I've no intention on trying to conquer Lumisade. Once we end the purebloods takeover, we're going to leave and go about our businesses.
As the one who asked for your help, I hate to become suspicious, but I'm starting to get a lot of doubts about this. If my decision leads to the fall of Lumisade,
it won't, I promise. If we all just do what we're here to do, you won't need to worry about anything.
You don't strike me as the type to do something so insidious, but still. Hold on. If they heighten security around the borders, it means the council and the other archmages knew you conquered Rodon. But I'm just hearing it for the first time.
The first archmage and the council are probably colluding together. Maybe they didn't share what they knew with you because you hadn't fully converted, so to speak.
They would never do that, even if we have different opinions. All information needed for the decision-making process was clearly shared in the meeting with the council.
Or it wasn't. They might have wanted to put you at a political disadvantage, knowing that you couldn't do anything by yourself. Then they removed you from your forces.
That's not how elves do things.
You're right. It's closer to how humans do things. That's exactly why you can't blame the situation on a simple difference in opinion or way of thinking.
What are you...
Listen, Basilica, and don't be surprised. There's a third party who is controlling the first archmage. Someone who thinks that you and I are threats to their plan.
That's the first archmage. He's an elder elf and the greatest mage in all Lumisade.
There's no way someone's controlling him. I agree that he's the greatest mage in all Lumisade, but the world's a big place. There's probably someone stronger than him out there. Not probably, there's definitely someone stronger than him. And think about it. There's no way to explain the first archmage's sudden and drastic change in philosophy, other than it being some sort of mind control. Even humans rarely change their way of thinking in an instant, yet you think an elder elf who's lived hundreds of years would suddenly change his entire value system in a day? There's just no way.
Neg, just be quiet for a second. I need to think.
Take your time.
Oh, poor Basilica.
Sorry, I had to mute my mic for just a bit because
dog hair on my screen, so I had to blow it off. But I didn't want to blow into the mic. So let me get this straight. The first archmage has been brainwashed along with the majority of the people in Lumisade. Now the only sane people are me and a few others, and we're being threatened. And if we don't fix everything, Elfdom as we know it will eventually collapse.
That about sums it up, yes.
But this is all just your theory, right? Are you sure you're not trying to wrap this whole mess up nicely in a box labeled brainwash?
I'm certain it's brainwashing.
How can you be certain? Where's your proof?
If I start talking about my previous life again, you'll shoot me, won't you?
You catch on quick.
In the last 10 to 20 years, the first Archmage started to invite humans or a human to his tower, did he not?
This is the first I'm hearing of it.
Okay, then how about this? It's a secret weapon that uses the tower core as its power source, and is currently dormant.
What? How do you know that? That information has been strictly kept secret. Only an Archmage would know. Wait, are you the one who brainwashed the first Archmage?
No. What? No, I had nothing to do with that. You can put the gun down. That's really your go-to move, isn't it?
Is there a problem, Your Highness?
No, everything's okay. The second Archmage is just a little hungry. Hungry?
Wait, what? Who said I'm... Now that you mention it, neither of you must have eaten in some time. Do you want to take a break?
Let's keep going a little further. We're almost at the end of this road.
Okay, but call me the minute you need anything. Elvira.
I will, don't worry.
She's very loyal to you.
I trust her more than I trust myself.
Back to the matter at hand. Start explaining how you know about Titan and make it convincing. Now.
The first Archmage Laplace, Sakana, told me about it in my previous life. It may sound like I'm joking, but you have to believe me. You yourself said only the Archmages know about Titan.
I've always kept an open mind about prophecies, astrology, and all sorts of magic and miracles, but what you're saying sounds absurd.
I know it's hard to wrap your head around, and honestly, I don't have an easy way to prove it to you. All I can do is tell you the truth.
You're the first person in my life to ever make me this confused. Who are you?
The Monarch of Avalon, going through life a second time. And I can promise that no harm will come to you or Lumisade from working with us to fix the current situation. I swear on my name and on my life. It might be hard to trust me, but I hope you do.
I take promises seriously. So assuming I believe you, do you know exactly who brainwashed the first Archmage?
It was a mage from Gullus named Sierra Atleon.
Gullus? That country on the eastern continent?
Far, far away in the east, yes. Gullus is in the middle of rebuilding the empire it's lost, about 1,000 years ago.
Keep talking. This is so absurd that it's starting to get interesting.
Wow. We should try using Linzel. We haven't used it in a while.
こう見えて刃物には慣れていますので完璧に仕立て上げます
I've come to the conclusion that either you have an astonishingly vivid imagination, or the truth is just that astonishing.
I agree. But this is real. It's not a dream.
It's certainly not my dream, at least. Who else have you told this unbelievable story to?
No one. You're the first.
What? Why me?
I guess because I thought you wouldn't be put off by it. Because I knew you'd at least humor me? She's not buying it. Because you're smarter than me?
Let's go with that.
Sure. Anyway, you don't have to trust me so long as you're at least aware of the cause of Lumisade's current problem. It'll help you disarm the situation.
Brainwashed by a human. If the Arcane Tower has really been affected, then things are quite serious. And that means that now's not the time for talking. We need to bolster our ranks with allies from the second tower. Some of my forces won't have headed to Thyrendil yet.
If our numbers increase, so does the chance of civil war breaking out. There will only be more casualties.
Then how would you propose we stop the purebloods?
There's no need to drag it out. We just need to help the first Archmage come to his senses. We do that, and the curse on the tower and Titan will be lifted as well.
I can see how using a smaller team would be more beneficial in that scenario. However, Laplace has all but locked himself in the first tower. Our forces aren't strong enough to break our way in.
Oh, that's easy. He'll come to us. We're about the best bait you could ask for.
Good point. He won't be able to help himself once he hears about wanted human invaders working together with the treasonous second Archmage.
The best bait is crazy. When you see him, you're going to have to keep trying to get through to him.
Don't worry about that. I have a lot of things I wanted to say to him.
この勝利をロードに捧げます。
Snyder's victory scream. Rashid. I'm pretty sure we end up meeting him in extreme mode. The fact that even the silica mine had started to be affected means the situation here is worse than before. Still, no problem comes without a solution. You need only press forward to find it. We only have 3 more stages. Ah! Good thing no one is in that chat. I purposely changed chat so you won't end up seeing people's conversations. Yeah, then this is the next boss. We got
少し荒々しい旋律を奏でる時間ですね。
I just don't feel right about showing people's conversations, even if I can't control it.
So, does this mean we're gonna fight against the first Archmage's highness?
Yeah, he needs a bit of physical jolt to bring him back to his senses.
Brainwashing. Just thinking about someone using mind control on me gives me the creeps.
That's why you shouldn't talk to strangers. Promise me you'll never talk to or follow a stranger.
You should worry about yourself, Mikal. You do almost anything for someone if you promise to tell you about a good place to eat.
That's not...
Did I hear right? That you were once a ranger here in the Misade?
Yes, I was stationed in the Sultan Mountains for about 4 years.
Oh, wow. Only the carefully selected leader stationed there. No wonder you became a knight.
I'm best at tracking and exploration, so working as a ranger was a good fit.
What made you decide to leave Lumisade and head for Avalon?
The village I was from near the woodlands, but after I lost my family, I ended up settling down in Avalon.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring up painful memories of your past.
It's okay. If I had been discharged any later, it would have been much worse. Luckily, I was able to save at least one person who was dear to me. I had thought about returning to Lumisade, but something drew me to Avalon.
You seem to be doing well now. I'm glad to know Arrow has treated you well. This may be late, but I would like to thank you for your faithful service to Lumisade.
It was what I wanted to do.
But we're glad to came to Avalon. It was the best decision you ever made.
I like to think so too. We're gonna try Lynn's ult after this one.
切るときは切る。素敵な服を仕立て上げるには必要です。
We're almost at the second tower.
They must have noticed that you're missing by now, so there's a high chance that we're walking into a trap. The first Archmage might even be here.
That's true. Leaving my outpost would be classified as desertion under military law.
You're an Archmage, though. You have no autonomy.
If the Archmages just did whatever we wanted, do you think the country would run properly? The council was established as the highest political commission in order to prevent just that. Every motion from the arcane towers must ultimately be decided by the council. That may seem democratic on the surface, but it's only the decision-making power is held by the council. If they were to collude together, they could have put a stop to pretty much any policy, right? That's rich coming from a monarch. I'm pretty sure you were talking to yourself, but I heard you. Well, since you did, then it's worth pointing out that the fate of an entire nation is decided by a single person in a monarchy. There's no guarantee that one person will always make wise decisions either. Having multiple opinions presented and discussed is better. You're right. It's more effective than a monarchy. What I was trying to say was that in this instance, the system is being used to block what is right rather than support it. You're right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to criticize you. It's okay. I'm used to it from you. What? I still can't believe it, though. The council was supposed to be composed of the wisest individuals in the Misare. They'll come to their senses as long as we do our part. Only if everything turns out the way you said it will. Laughlaze! Oh, that's the one I use. Earth Laughlaze. Laughlaze! Basilica, your presence here puts me in an awkward position. Prophet of Hope Laughlaze. If you return to your outpost, we may be able to overlook this one infraction. I can convince the council. I can't do that. I thought you would say that. You've brought guests. I don't recall ever inviting them to Lumisare. Allow me. These over here are the Knights of Avalon, and I am their monarch, Arrow. We came to help you take back to some decisions you didn't want to make. Heh, you speak as though you know me. You seem so certain, when I don't even have that much certainty in myself. Laplace, you always emphasize harmony and unity. How did your values suddenly change so drastically? I find it hard to understand. After much thought, I simply arrived at a conclusion different from before. It took quite some time, but I finally found my answer. What did you do with the soldiers in the second tower? And why did you ostracize me and refuse to share information? Why would I do such a thing? My only concern is for Lumisare's future. In all matters, I try to think rationally. Isn't it true that you tried to taint Lucilica's mind with the pure-blood philosophy you've been preaching to everyone else? I've appreciated if the human there were to remain quiet. I'm not interested in what an uninvited guest has to say. That's a rude thing to say. His Highness is a monarch and deserves to be spoken to with respect. I suppose all humans treat enemy intruders with respect. Allow me to address you as the first Archmage of Lumisare. If you do not apologize for your reckless behavior and immediately exit the country, you will all be punished in accordance with your crimes. He's being stubborn. It doesn't seem that we will be able to resolve this conflict with words. Laplace, please, just listen a little more. I have already made my decision. I sometimes keep making up words that's not in the sentence, and I don't mean to. An hour and 19 seconds? Really? Are we sure? 19 minutes. Oh! I thought it was seconds! That makes more sense why it wasn't changing. Thank goodness you did not kill him. Go! She's not gonna be able to kill him, don't worry. I didn't build her as a damage dealer.
こっちをお願いします。わかりました。
竜の血を熱風天国あとは頼みます。
Your blade is as sharp as ever, Lucilica. Is this what you really want? To betray the elves and destroy our paradise.
No, this place will never be a paradise for the elves if it stays the way it is. Running away is never the answer to fear. And we'll never improve if we're weighed down with hate and resentment. Listen to me, Laplace. You are a great leader. Our great leader. I hope you will take control of your mind once more.
Don't put that burden on my shoulders. I'm not a great leader, nor am I a perfect person. All I can do is clumsily struggle as I try to protect the elves.
And if you had chose this struggle of your own volition, that would be fine, but you didn't. You're being controlled by someone else right now.
Control? Do you even know what you're saying?
You might be an elder elf who's lived hundreds of years and who serves as the first archmage, but you don't have absolute power. What I'm saying is entirely possible and realistic.
I don't feel like talking to you anymore. Lucilica had high hopes for you. I never thought you would disappoint me this much.
Snap out of it, you idiot!
What?
Stop acting like you're doing this all for the elves. Everything you keep saying is completely different from what you taught me. Remember saying that the only way for elves to grow is to seek harmony with all that's in the world. You were happy back then, and at peace. There's no way you were lying.
That worked?
If the way things are going now is really what you wanted, then I'm going to beat an apology out of you. You're the one betraying us right now, not the other way around. You got that, Laplace?
He left.
Oh, I'm so angry right now.
Dang, Lucilica has great speeches. I didn't think you'd be able to lay into him so well.
Be quiet.
落ち着いた演奏が必要ですね。
Few more regions, and then we can jump into Varhia. I think I can jump into Varhia in this video. It hasn't even been 2 hours yet, it seems.
平和な旋律のために
7? Maybe.
There is little likelihood that Lucilica would believe everything you say without question, given how absurd the situation is to begin with. Still, you wanted to be honest about it. Now it's time to meet Laplace. You wonder what sort of state he will be in. Still a little nervous about this. Okay, it is recording. Good. The time changed.
平和な旋律のために戦います。
I drink water.
So, the first Archmage taught you? Yes, he was the Archmage from even before I was born. He was also in charge of Elven education. But that's enough about that. Now that Laplace is gone, have you thought about what to do from here? We have to prepare for a battle at the first tower. A physical jolt won't be enough by itself to free him from the mind control. We also have to keep forcing his mind to come to the surface. Back there, when you were trying to convince him or threaten him, you really seemed to get through. I could talk all day and he'd still never listen to me. If we're going to get him back to his usual self, you'll need to step it up next time. Will do. When we break him free from the brainwashing, it will trigger another spell that wakes Titan, who is going to attack us. Come again? You never mentioned that before. I'd be happy to be wrong, but we should still prepare ourselves just in case. But if Titan attacks us, there's nothing we can do. We didn't make it our last line of defense because it's weak. In my experience, it breaks down if you just hit it enough. Should I even ask? Don't worry, we could do it. Dang, if we just hit it enough. Go, Spider!
突撃準備。さあ
In my opinion, the cutest little knight in the world.
ぎこちなく見えるところは切り抜いていい感じに縫い付けて完璧に仕立て上げます。
You look like you have something to say. It's about the caliber of Avalon's knights. Oh, is she gonna compliment us? They're exceptional, aren't they? That's arrogant of you to say, but yes. They've trained over a long period of time and continually work to realize and even increase their potential. It's no wonder they've become so strong. They use their strength effectively and give everything they've got, within reason. But that's basic knowledge. Everyone knows you should do that. Everyone knows, but few people consistently and continually apply that knowledge. There's also a secret to our strength, but I can't tell you until we get to know each other better. For a monarch, you sure sound like a swindler. Eh? Dang.
こう見えて刃物には慣れていますので完璧に仕立て上げます。
Miss Archmaid, can I ask you a question? Oh, sure. Ask me as many as you'd like. My name is Charlotte Grace. I'm a half-elf. What do you think about half-elves? Oh, I don't know. You don't think very highly of us, do you? Oh, it's not that at all. I don't think one way or the other about the subject. Huh? Well, there's a race we call elves, right? Yeah. There are also humans and half-elves and many others. Yeah, that's true. I don't have any particular opinions about something so fundamental and, well, objective. Of course, every race is different and everyone has their own views. Everyone in the world is unique in their own way. But a rock wouldn't ask a tree why they're different, right? Neither would a cloud care if it was different from the wind. There's nothing to dwell on regarding something so natural. You just accept it and move on. Oh, Silica's so cool. That's how I feel about half-elves, humans too. Are elves any worse than birds because we can't fly? Are fish superior to humans because they swim better? Of course not. Exactly. We all live in different environments and adapt to those environments as we go about our lives. I think we should all accept that being different from each other is natural. We are all different. It's nothing to be ashamed of or feel superior about. You're right. I agree. Dogkin, rabbitkin, jaggedkin, elves, half-elves, humans, those are all simply categories someone came up with. While we can't dismiss the differences that came with them, we don't have to be tied down by them either. That's right. I want to make a world where people feel free to be different and where they won't be punished for it. It would be wonderful if you could, but it would take an extremely long time for everyone to reach that point. It would be hard to change the values of those who are already set in their ways. But if the rising generation were to grow up accepting differences as natural, well, that would be the start. We were doing so well. I don't understand why we started going backwards. Anyway, Charlotte. Charlotte Grace, value yourself more. Think more highly of yourself. Your life isn't determined by the race you were born into. What's important is how you live your life. You're right. Thank you, Miss Archmage. Why are you looking at me like that? Oh, it's just nice to see you two having a moment. Tish. She doesn't know. She doesn't know. Oh my gosh. That was wholesome. I love wholesome moments.
音楽が必要な時
38, 37. Lucilica seems to express herself more freely than in the previous timeline. She must have had different experiences getting to this point. Laffley's mind does not yet seem to be fully controlled, which gives you hope. I should stop trying to look at the recording. It might mess up my mic. There's a glitch, like at the beginning when I try to start recording, if I do it multiple times just because of my OCD and I'm paranoid, it will mess up my mic later. I don't know why, and it makes no sense. But, yeah, apparently. My headsets are connected through Bluetooth, so maybe that has something to do with it. Here we are, the first tower.
Don't be nervous. We can take care of whatever comes our way.
I believe you, but that still means we'll have to fight.
It's unavoidable. Lucilica, you're going to have to think of what to do with the purebloods later. Once everyone's minds have been freed, there's going to be a lot of social disorder.
I hope at least the brainwashing really goes down away in an instant like you said. Even social disorder would be better than what we're going through right now.
Archmage Lucilica, I will do all in my power to help you. You needn't to worry.
Totally! You haven't appeared in a while.
Thank you. Let us both do all we can.
The first Archmage is here. So, you've made it all this way.
Lovelace.
Listen, everyone. That group of intruders have defiled the honor of all elves. The values we hold dear are under attack. We cannot let these invaders trample all over our land any longer. Let them meet an end appropriate for such heinous criminals. I'm sorry.
For Luisare!
Oh, may the protection of the Grand Elveness be upon us.
You've lost your mind.
Knights, break their curse and make them take a close look at themselves.
Lovelace, when did elves start to ostracize others?
Why don't you understand, Lucilica? Elves will lose their identity if we continue in the direction we've been going.
I know what values you're trying to protect. But the things you're saying now, they're not the same as those values. Don't confuse our self-respect with our entire race's identity.
I saw a vision, Lucilica.
What?
I saw a future where the other races we accept and live in harmony slowly encroach upon us. We come together, mix ourselves with them, and begin to fade away until we disappear. In the end of elves, that is the calamity that awaits us.
Oh.
The path we were trying to walk was going to lead us to our destruction. We have to stop it. It's still not too late. It's not too late, Lucilica. Please, help me preserve the elf's existence.
Oh gosh.
Now we know what you're trying to protect. I'd be lying if I said I understand the pressure you must feel as someone who's led the elves for centuries. If you're going to say what I think, I prefer you to stop speaking, human. I understand you're worried. There's a good chance that what you said could happen. But the way you're going about all of this, is it really coming from you? What are you trying to say? Why did you choose to handle this so hastily and violently? Is this really how your normal self would have gone about protecting the elves' future? What made you so impatient? Who convinced you to do all of this? Think. Who played on your anxiety and made you think the elves' extinction was just around the corner?
Lovelace.
My prophecies are never wrong. It will happen. Get ready, Lucilica.
Aw, dang.
Sorry, I go for so fast for the skills. You can just pause it and read it if you're actually interested, but I currently have a time limit of 5 days now, and I have not gotten to the extreme yet. So, yeah. Luckily, I still remember how to beat the end boss for extreme. That's what's most important. Can't let the elves go extinct.
Lovelace, you fool.
You're right. I am a fool. I'm no archmage. I couldn't protect the elves.
No. I'm saying you trying to protect them like this is what makes you a fool.
What do you mean?
You think we'll fade away if we mingle with others. You think accepting others means they'll infiltrate us. That's how we change and grow. You said that to me. You think we can just close our borders and reject everyone on the outside, living by ourselves for 1,000 years, or even 10,000? That's what will destroy us. We stop changing and become stagnant. A stagnant lake eventually dries up. That's what you said. That's what you taught me. You said we have to acknowledge and accept difference. Why did you change your mind? Someone must have done something to your mind. There's no way you would be thinking like this on your own, I know. You. Basilica, you know me? I do. I know you very well. I know you're not the type of person to act so irrationally. Whenever you were having a hard time, you used to ask people for help. You didn't try to do everything by yourself. Why didn't you tell me about this? Why are you trying to bear this burden alone? Seer Atleon. What? She came to the Arcane Tower as your guest, didn't she? Nick, what is... She's the one who's planted this seed in your heart. Try to remember. Fight it. You're Lovelace O'Connor, the Archmage of the First Tower. Lovelace. Basilica. You're Lovelace, right? Yes, I am. Also known as the Fool. Who? The Fool. Get ready, everyone. Titan will be here soon. What? What do you mean? The curse that was cast on you is related to the tower's core. It's going to activate and try to destroy everything here. What? Lovelace, just get ready. It's best to believe him. I just felt a wave of magic. It's coming. Knights, prepare for combat. Oh gosh. Oh, wasn't it light version? Like it had white version of armor? Now it's dark. Highness, we're gonna be okay, right? As long as you make that thing not okay. Why isn't this the override code? Is it working? Get back, Your Highness. I will stop it.
Eek! Snyder from Avalon will take care of it.
Lovelace, help us. If we don't stop it here, a lot of people will get hurt. This is my responsibility. I will put my life on the line. Still recording? Yes. I don't know how long we've been recording, but we might have to stop this recording. What time is it? It's 5:05. Okay, after this I have to stop. I gotta go walk the dogs. We're gonna debark out later.
ぎこちなく見えるところは切り抜いていい感じに縫い付けて完璧に仕立て上げます。
You didn't die! Oh god, don't tell me I'm actually gonna have a hard time in extreme. I don't have time for that.
That big metal thing stopped moving.
We won! Good work, Knights. That was our last hurdle here. Titan! We survived, Lovelace. What have I been doing? You already know the answer to that question. Are you ready to face what you've done? Yes. Yes. You were such a fool. They say you were brainwashed, but still. I'm sorry. Take some time to reflect on yourself, but before you start thinking of how to clean up your mess, you should thank these people from Avalon. I cannot begin to apologize. Arrow, Monarch of Avalon, Knights of Avalon. No need to... Oh my, what a traversity. See here! Get back, everyone! I put so much effort into my plans here. You didn't quite the job ruining them, didn't you? Seer Atleon. You. Do you know how suspicious you are right now? There's no one in the West who would know me. Much less the person who blew a hole in my plans. Why is she here? Is it related to why she didn't show up in Rodon? This is dangerous.
The knights haven't become strong enough yet. If she chooses to use her power now, it might be the end of all of us. A weakness. I have to think of her weakness. You planned all of this. You take control of my mind.
Control your mind? I would never do something in such poor taste. I only helped you do what you wanted. That's ridiculous. You wanted to protect the elves, so I helped you come up with a way to do that. Everything after that was your choice and your responsibility. If you'd like to blame me, feel free to. Such cowardice suits you.
Meg.
I suppose I've already gotten about all I wanted from you, but I must admit I'm still sad. I was just having so much fun, watching your spineless hypocrisy and dreadful anguish. And you said you're the monarch of Avalon. I applaud you for your unpredictability, but how do you plan to repay me for breaking my toy? My liege, the aura I feel from her is... It's the most malevolent aura I've ever felt. She is evil itself. I will protect you. It is my privilege to do so. Oh, how cute. Who will you protect, and from whom?
Mei-Ling! Mei-Ling, are you okay?
How boring. Crushing insects is truly uninteresting. Perhaps I should stomp you all out of existence. You know, used to me anyway.
Meg, her magic is... Sierra, are you trying to disobey the Emperor?
What?
You've not been authorized to do this. Stick to your duties as an observer.
How do you know about that?
And tell Cardis that his rival is coming for him.
Ha 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 ha! Who are you, and what else do you know?
I'm the one who's going to destroy the world you built.
For a common human with absolutely no power to speak of. You withstood my magic with little difficulty, and know things you shouldn't. It has been a long, long time since I last saw a human as interesting as you. I would never in my wildest dreams have thought such a person would rise up from some tiny country in the west that I wasn't even watching. I have a feeling you'll be entertaining me for some time to come.
We'll make sure to cause all sorts of trouble, so just wait. Wait until it's no longer fun.
I better take my leave. If I hear much from you, I really might want to make you mine. I'll be waiting for you.
Oh, they're all speechless. Highness, what the heck was that? That was Gulla's Imperial Mage. She's not human. And she's not someone we can defeat yet.
Do you think we'll really have to fight her someday?
I can guarantee it.
In that case, I'll have to become stronger.
Johan.
My liege.
Are you okay, Mei-Ling?
I healed her from that arcane shock, but she'll have to take it slow for a little while. Thank you, Lady Charlotte. Thank you for protecting Highness Miss Mei-Ling.
Mei-Ling.
My liege, there is a connection between you and that mage. More specifically, you are connected to the star that person orbits. The star is like a nova, large and bright. You're going to have an encounter with that star one day.
I know, and we're going to win.
Monarch of Avalon.
First Archmage, how are you feeling?
Please call me Laplace. I'd like to ask you how you know that mage, but first, there is something else I need to say. Thanks to you, the curse that was on me was lifted. I cannot express my gratitude enough.
The one you should be thanking is Lucilica.
I will, but I won't ever forget the help you gave me. Thank you so much for stopping me before I did something much worse.
You're welcome.
Lucilica.
Oh.
I said I was going to beat an apology out of you, didn't I?
Yes, I'm sorry.
I didn't mean for me. I need to apologize to all the people you harmed. Oh, you need. All the people who joined the Purebloods against their will. all the people who were ostracized by them. You hurt people not only from Lumisade, but from other countries as well.
You're right. How can I even begin to apologize for everything I did?
I don't know. There's a lot that needs to be cleaned up, and a lot that a simple apology won't fix. But I'm in it together with you.
What?
Do you think the fault is yours alone? It's not. The amount of fault we all have may be different, but it's something we need to bear together.
That doesn't change the fact that I played the main role in all this, even if I wasn't in my right mind. I have no intention of trying to place the blame on others.
Ugh, sometimes you can be so frustrating.
It's going to be a while before those two are done talking.
Oh, Avalon! The Citadel!
I need to drink water.
The Archmage of Lumisade's second tower greets you, Monarch of Avalon.
How are things in Lumisade, Lucilica?
There are still many things that needed to be resolved. My plate is overflowing just trying to take care of the riots that have broken out everywhere. When I think of how much aid we received from Avalon, I want to repay you right away, but please just give me some time until the situation in Lumisade settles.
Don't worry, I understand. I had hoped you would join Avalon's forces, but forging a firm alliance between Avalon and Lumisade will more or less accomplish the same thing.
It sounds like you have a plan for things moving forward. Lumisade will be with you when you need us.
That's all I needed to hear. Just don't forget that our enemy is unimaginably powerful.
I won't. But I still can't believe you only want us to become allies, after you helped us resolve such a terrible and dangerous situation. At this point, I can't help but trust you implicitly.
Maybe that's why someone once called me a softie. How did your talks go with the first Archmage?
They went all right. He's a good person, but he can be so stubborn. By the way, are you and the mage who controlled Laplay's mind acquaintances?
As it stands right now, I know her, but she doesn't know me. She's the Empire's highest ranked mage and has surpassed the limits of humanity. We'll have to face her at some point.
Well, that would explain how she was able to affect Laplay's. Did something like this happen in your previous life too?
Yes. Although she didn't show herself at Lumisade last time, she first appeared at Rodon.
If we can determine what caused the difference, maybe it'll help us on our path forward.
There's not much we can ascertain at the moment. It'd be nice if we could get some more information on Gullis' movements.
No kidding. Well, I don't have much time, so I'll be returning to Lumisade first thing tomorrow. If something comes up, let me know.
Our chef here does amazing things with food, so you can look forward to enjoying a feast tonight. Get some rest while you're here.
Thank you.
I suppose that wraps up things with Lumisade for now. We can't get involved in their eternal affairs, but hopefully they will go in the right direction. Ruin, can you come here?
You called, Your Highness?
Please update me on the status of Varhia.
I prepared the information you asked for. Varhia's triple communion failed to repel the monster that emerged from the earth, and are said to be on the brink of total destruction.
What?
However, only a very small number of people from Varhia are seeking refuge in Rodon. I believe they might have been scattered across Varhia, and are desperately trying to protect their area they are in. Given that the monster's domain already stretches across all of Varhia, we may want to consider establishing lines of defense in the eastern regions of Rodon.
The situation has become that severe? Is this another result of the timeline changing?
The monsters appeared approximately 4 months ago, before you breached Rodon's borders.
I should have examined the situation earlier. This is my fault. If I had investigated Varhia's situation earlier, we could have helped.
You said Mew is currently unavailable, did you not? There's no way for you to know everything that happens in the world, Your Highness. You needn't blame yourself. It is my fault after all. If I had guessed your intentions to send relief to Varhia earlier, we could have helped.
What? No, Reen, it's not your fault. Oh, I see what you're doing. Thanks.
Haha, thank you for noticing my intent. He's trying to show him that, you know, Your Highness. Is your mission in Varya to have the Triple Communion join our forces, or to defeat the monster?
Ultimately, it's the latter. The former is something they'll need to decide themselves. But we might pass the point of no return soon if we don't do anything. The monster is producing more and more offspring to enlarge its dominion. If we don't put an end to it, other nations may well meet the same fate as Varya.
Understood. You need not worry about Drodon, as it is quickly become more stabilized.
Seize some of the assets of the nobles who were planning an uprising, and send them to Lumisade as relief. Have Captain Emily take charge of the transport. Oh, Captain Emily! No way! Emily, she's one of the NPCs of Rodon, one of the soldiers. I remember. He wanted a chance to prove himself, and I say we give him just that. Either he's still a Rodon, or he just became an Avalonian like he wanted.
I shall do as you command, Your Highness.
Johan, Bram.
Yes, Your Highness.
I'm here. Make preparations as quickly as possible for our next mission. 2 days should be enough, right?
That should be sufficient to ready at least some of the times and supply a battalion. Where's our destination?
Varya, the Wildlands. We're at a disadvantage that will only grow the longer we wait. The survival of the West is at stake.
Leave it to me, Your Highness.
I'll go tell the other knights. Oh, and I almost forgot. That knight captain from Rodon wanted to talk to you. Crom? He must have reached a decision. Call him in. Crom. I wonder what he's been thinking.
Crom from the household of Ledios greets you, monarch of Avalon.
I heard you have something you'd like to say.
May I give you an answer to the things you said to me before?
I remember saying I wanted to make amends by my side for your wrongdoings.
Yes, and I would like to offer the rest of my life at that end. I'd like to give me the opportunity to atone for my sins. I would like you to teach me of things I've been unable to see until now. I would like you to give me the opportunity to make amends to the people I ignored, those whom I refused to look at.
I didn't say to you what I did because you would be useful to me, or because I could gain something from you. People who want to be better must be given the opportunity to improve. That is true, whether they're a serf, a slave, a knight captain, or a monarch. It's true regardless of their position, the influence they wield, or the talents or capabilities. Ow, I accidentally hurt my cut. All I did when I offered you the proposition was see you as a person, an equal and someone who wants to be better. I am not bestowing upon you an opportunity for my position as monarch. I am passing along an opportunity that the world should give you and everyone else who seeks after it.
You do not need to lower yourself like that. You are the ruler of a nation, and a truly great monarch.
No, that's why I said what I said. I do not want me or anyone else to be lifted up on a pedestal. A ruler is not one who puts down others or raises up themselves. I apologize if I rambled on. You've been open with me, and I wanted to be open with you.
No, you didn't ramble. I now understand more how you see the world.
I'm not trying to get you to see everything the same as me. That's what the Empire is trying to do. But you said you wanted to learn from me, so feel free to take away whatever you can. Learn what's relevant to you, and turn that into your own view of the world.
I will.
Crom Ledios, from this moment forward, you are a knight of Avalon. Be faithful in fulfilling your duties. Let your loyalty be to the world and your heart with the people.
I swear to it, Your Highness.
Good. That makes you and Zyra fellow knights.
That is true. I hope I can see Zyra more as a person she is.
It might be awkward for you two at first, but you'll get used to it. Meanwhile, we're trying to get Charles III to set right his mistakes. Have you met with him?
Yes, I met him before coming to see you in order, to tell him my thoughts.
That must have been hard for you, but you did it anyway. You're definitely changing.
I generally want to be a better person.
You should join us on our mission to Varya. Speak with Johan. Oh!
By your command, Your Highness.
Oh, dang.
少しはお役に立ちましたか？
Snyder's cute little victory screen. Hold on. I was drinking water and then I got shocked by the Snyder birthday art. I've seen it plenty of times whenever his birthday comes up, but it's still so cute. Okay, let's see what we have left. Oh, 32%. We really do need to stop recording after this. I gotta charge. I mean, my tablet has a charge. Although I guess, can you say my throat has the charge? My throat kind of hurts. You could say that needs a charge, I guess. And I do gotta walk the dogs.
The stars again, wherever I go, I'll never let go. All the
I hope my this tablet can charge in a matter under 1 or at least 2 hours. That should be good enough to rest my throat. I don't have time to rest any more than that. Yes, yeah. My wrist is hurting again.
It's too much tapping.
I'm using 2 fingers to make it faster. Well, I could use 1 finger to make it faster, but then while 1 finger goes up, the other goes down, you know? Oh, well, I guess nothing after that. Okay. Well, teams are good there. I really wanted to jump into Varia and meet It didn't have 12 before.
Ah, nope. Oh, it did. Never mind.
I guess it just felt. I remember feeling really quick. I guess I thought it had 8, but it didn't. That was only Lumi thought it. 10 for Isola. Also 12. 10. Okay. I need to at least finish Dacian by the time today, or Golas West. Which is, I'm hoping. Honestly, I want to finish all the way here so then I could start Extreme tomorrow, but doubt it. Luckily, we've already videoed Nightmare. Yeah. Why did it go? On a little whim I had the beginning. Well, that's the end of this video. See you soon. Bye bye.